Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we're going to do part 2 of this page I'm working on here in Fairy Fantasy 5 by Christine Karron. We started it yesterday, did the Ohuhu Markers to do most of the work here, and then I went in with some Polychromos and Holbeins. Today we're going to start off using the Ohuhu Marker in Primrose. It's Y121. And we're just going to use the brush tip. I wondered if it would sit up there. And we're going to go across all this wood. And that includes every little piece of wood here. We're just going to take it and bring down some of that color. And touch some leaves with it too. So if you don't have alcohol markers, you can use like your ivory or your cream pencil. To do this, we're just putting down a light color. I do have paper behind here. It's got, I don't know, about 5 sheets or something. I just stuck a whole bunch of them back there. I'm going to turn it a little bit and do the tree trunk up here. This will be our highlighted color. And we'll be going over this with browns. Some really strange noise going outside. Sorry about that. Right across that little birdie. Okay. And we'll put it in these little acorns. I don't know what those are. Almost thinking since the hat is the same, we're going to put some of that in the hat too. Okay, we've got branches down here at the bottom. We're going to put some in the shell of the snail up here, and a tiny bit on our little squirrel here. Okay. Touch in the frog. I'm not sure what these berries should be. Go. So we'll start with that. Then I'll get some pencils and we'll get to work on shading. Okay, I've taken out just about every brown pencil that I have. Then we're going to start off with kind of the lighter colors first. So I have green gold and yellow ochre. So we'll start off with yellow ochre. And then what is this other one? Brown ochre. So those are my lightest colors. We're going to start off with. And we'll go ahead and work on the hat here. This is the yellow ochre. And we'll just start putting in some shadow lines here. There are darker lines already on here. I'm just following those. Just do the hat first. Okay, starting on the shading, go in with the, they're going to leave the green gold till later. So we'll go in with the brown ochre, kind of going over the same areas that we did, emphasizing them just a little bit more. And then back up here. We're just using a little more pressure, not much. The first one was really light. Then we just want to get some darkness in here, but we still want it to be bright-ish. So we're going to bring in a lot of different colors to get the wood to look like it's a twisted piece of wood instead of just a hat top. We're going to go in with a little bistre. Darken these little spots a little bit more. Bring across some lines. We're going to darken the underside a little bit more than the top side. We have a little more shadowing down at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to go in with a little bit of, oh, no, not that one, burnt sienna. Getting there. Okay, we're going to bring in, we've got the choice between these three. What do we got? Walnut brown, dark sepia, and nougat. I think we'll bring in nougat first. Okay, now we're going to bring in a little bit of walnut brown. We sharpen it a little bit. And flatten out the tip a little bit. The kitty didn't hear that. Got one of her little bells up here. I got tired of listening to it while I was doing other things. She likes bells on her toys, but sometimes they just get a little too noisy for me. So I've taken a couple of those bells off and they're all over the place, but it's just the way it goes. Darkening up some of those knots in the tree. Okay, we have the sepia is going to be our shadowing part, and we have one Holbein here that's called chocolate. So I wanted to bring some chocolate in there. Okay, I'm going to bring in the, oh, which one didn't I use? Do a little burnt umber in here too. Okay, just a little bit of raw umber. And a little green gold. That's brown ochre. Where's the green gold? Gotta read it. Okay, this one will add a little bit of the yellow back in here. That's her ear. I gotta be careful. Okay. Now I am going to bring in a little bit of inking in there too. So we have to get the two inks I want. Oh, my fingers are just not happy with me today. Been on a special diet for the arthritis that I have, and I had a little bit of cream last night in dinner, and I don't know if that's causing a flare up or not, but we always I'm keeping a chart on what I eat, so I know if there's the one I want, vintage photo. Maybe a little bit of that too. Okay. We're going to use the detail blending tools. I bought myself some new little puppies here. That's what they look like in the package. You can get it open. There we go. Okay. Well, we'll need two of them. And we're going to go in with a, let's see, gathered twigs first. Why not? Because we're making a twig, right? So I'm just going to load up that little ink pad. Try to get it all over the little thing. And we're just going to go in darken some of that. And then we'll get another color. Trying to keep it in focus there for you. This one is Vintage Photo. It'll have a little more red in it. Can put a little of that in the shell. And then a tiny bit of brushed corduroy, which should be more of a lighter color here. I had someone ask me if I could tell you the ink to pencil conversion, and I highly doubt I can do that because the inks are not done to match any pencils. It's a brown, it's a brown. This one's got a little more yellow in it than the other one does. So all I can tell you is the Vintage Photo is almost a burnt sienna. Walnut is a walnut color, which is your darkest brown. And your Gathered Twigs is kind of a beige colored brown. Doesn't help much. There we go. So we have a little twig down here and a twig down here. They'll be done the same way up there. If you want, you can add a little bit of lightness to that. I would bring in the white Holbein, and you could just add a touch of that in on some of these. And when you're doing wood, don't make perfect lines. It looks a little more realistic if you wiggle your hands a little bit, shake them up, and get a nice little wiggly line instead. Okay, so let's see. Our little acorns are going to get colored in the same way as the one down below, so we'll throw some Sanguine in there. Burnt sienna. I believe there was a darker color that went in the top. Van-dyck-brown. Kind of wiggle that because we want it to have the bumpy like the other one. sepia I was going to use in there. Find it. Nope. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, we're going to sharpen that. You don't want to use sepia. You can always use black. We're just going to add a little bit more to underscore, deepen those marks a little bit. Using the side of the pencil just to get sharper lines. You could use a fine liner if you want. I'm not terribly good at that. Pencil erases, so that's why I use the pencil. In case I make a bit of a boo-boo, I want to make sure I can erase a little bit of it. There's a tear in the hat there. Shadow underneath these flowers. So you want to make sure that they're darker. There. I like that better. All right. When we come back on the next one, I will have all the other little twigs and stuff done, but that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section down below. Take care, everyone. Bye now.